How are you all doing? It's Jim from Mid-Bike Crisis. Today I'm sharing with you all something pretty special and pretty iconic. A 2002 Micron oval exhaust that I'm going to install on my 2002 CBR954 Honda Fireblade. I'm going to give you some history of Micron exhaust. We'll have a little sound comparison and we'll see why Micron was the go-to brand back in the day. Let's dive straight in. But first guys, this little beauty needs a little bit of love and care. I'm going to treat it and give it a little polish with some Autosol. Let's get it on the bench. So this stuff here is, if you're into motorbikes or you've got anything that needs polishing, metal-wise, this stuff you just cannot get any better. And I dare you to write in the comments below, you give me a better product than this Autosol metal polish. It's absolutely fantastic stuff. So here's the key to my trusty CBR954. We're in December, still here in the UK, and we've had freezing fog for the last 3 days. So there's been no riding going on. So I'm hoping January the 1st, on Thursday next week, we'll get some clear weather because I'm going to tax the 954 and we'll go for a ride and have a proper listen to this Micron exhaust. So this is how the box came packaged. So I was a little bit, listen, if you know me, you'll know that this will have annoyed me. So I appreciate the guy who's packaged it up nicely and sent it to me, but he'd put tape all the way along here and along the middle of the box, which you can see it's marked the box, which I'm a bit gutted about. So if anyone's got any tips how to remove this tape without peeling off, look, the print, so you've got the Micron logo on the box. So I'm a bit gutted about that. I know some of you will think, well, it's only a box, does it really matter? But no, it don't matter. But I wanted the box as good a condition as possible. So inside the box, we had, let me just get my reading glasses, guys. So inside the box, obviously there's the Micron exhaust. We had a registration card, which was really nice. So Micron registration card, and they were based Tibshelf Business Park in Derbyshire in England. So for those of you that don't know, I'm going to give you a little bit of history about Micron exhausts. Founded in Derbyshire in the late 70s, Micron quickly became the choice for riders looking to get more power, less weight and an unmistakable sound from their motorbikes. In the early days, Micron made a name for itself with its two-stroke expansion chambers, and bikes like the Yamaha RD350 and the Suzuki RG500 came alive with their systems. By the 90s, Micron had expanded into the booming four-stroke market. They were one of the first brands riders turned to for slip-ons and full systems. Why is that? Well, because their exhaust didn't just make your bike faster, it gave it soul. And let's be honest, they look pretty good too. Remember those wild anodised finishes? Now they were proper head turners. Now fast forward to today. This 2002 CBR954, it's already a legend in its own right. Honda gave it a brilliant balance of power, handling and reliability. But let's be real, that stock exhaust, it's okay, but it's certainly not exciting. That's where Micron came in. Right, so what else came in the box? So we've got the original registration card, which is really nice. And then we've got a letter. Well, it's not a letter, it's a parts list. So the Micron Beta Competition Silencer. So it's for a Honda CBR 929 and the CBR 954RR, which is what I've got. Part numbers are on here as well. So they had a carbon oval competition silencer, a titanium oval competition silencer, and an alloy oval competition silencer. So whoever bought this back in 2002 opted for the alloy oval competition silencer, which is this one here. Typically 102 decibels, so it's going to be reasonably loud. And it is stamped here, not for road use. So you've got a fitting instructions. It's a piece of cake. If you've got a fire blade, you've got a 954, it's literally 1, 2, 3 bolts, and then you stick on the other exhaust. It's pretty easy. Let's have a read of this. Care and cleaning of Micron surface finishes. Micron exhaust systems are constructed from high quality 304 grade stainless steel, suitable for severe external usage. To maintain this high quality, road, dirt and grime should be regularly removed using a sponge and detergent solution. Dry off completely and polish using an aerosol wax spray. Alloy competition silencers should be polished using a cleaner specifically formulated for non-ferrous material. Blah, blah, blah. Safety notice. Apparently this gets hot. So sheet 1 of 1, and this was printed January 2002. So can you understand why I was quite excited when I found this exhaust, because my CBR954 is a 2002 model, so it was meant to be. Is the exhaust perfect? No, it's not perfect. Bear in mind this is 22 years old. It's not perfect at all, but it's pretty damn close. There's a small dent here, which this Micron sticker, I'm going to peel this off, I'll tell you why. I have ordered a new one of these. So this foil sticker was here. So it was covering this small dent. So whether it was the person who I bought it off, I don't think it was, because when I've taken the sticker off here, there's the imprint of the Micron logo underneath that looks like it's been there a long time. So whoever put that small dent on this exhaust, maybe you're watching, and maybe, in fact, that'd be really cool. If the person whose exhaust this was, it'd be quite cool if he saw this and saw it installed on my 954. So anyway, I think they've taken the new sticker and covered the dent, but as you can see, you know, it's in the complete wrong area. This is quite a nice touch on the back, a little riveted Micron badge, but this foil sticker completely in the wrong place, so that had to come off to see the damage underneath. I was a bit unsure, but I'm not too fussed about that. It's about the size of my small nail, small little dent. I've ordered a new Micron sticker, so that'll be coming hopefully on Monday, and then I'll put it in the correct position, which will be on there. So for now, that sticker's coming off while we give it a quick auto sol polish. So I'm not going to go too crazy, to be honest. I do want the exhaust to look pretty original, so we won't be doing too much of this autosol. And I tell you what, honestly, this is fantastic stuff. It really is. There's just a few little spider web, what I would call spider web marks, scratches. So we'll just polish it up with the autosol. And honestly, this stuff it can transform metal. It's such a good polish. It's not too abrasive, and it can just really restore dull metal, dull stainless. We'll get some round the back as well. It's a lot easier to clean this when it's off the bike. But overall, the exhaust is in good condition. I'm really happy with the finish. And you know what? It's such an iconic exhaust. If you was into motorbikes in the 80s, 70s even, I'm talking 4-stroke bikes actually, not the 2-stroke earlier stuff, but if you was into your bikes in the 90s, the 2000s, Micron was the exhaust system to go for. It really was. In fact, the first exhaust I bought, an aftermarket exhaust on my first bike, which was a Suzuki AP50. I'll put a picture up of that on screen now. Ignore the Coca-Cola, no, Sprite, it was Sprite. Ignore the Sprite sticker that I put on the end. I don't know what on earth I was thinking. That was a Micron exhaust. It sounded wicked, that bike. Absolutely wicked. And do you know what? I've been looking for a Suzuki AP50. I thought, oh, do you know what? I'd like to have one for the channel. But they're going for real silly money. They're going for like 7, 8, 9, 10,000 quid. And they're not that nice looking. I remember when I had that bike, it was the best thing ever. I just loved that bike so much. It was the fastest thing in Beverley, where I lived at the time. Used to get about 60 mile an hour out of that Suzuki AP50. What a machine that was. But you look at them now and they're not that exciting, to be honest. Same with cars. I think one of my first sports cars, if you can call it a sports car, was a Fiat Uno Turbo, a 1.3 engine. It was white, registration E701HAS. What a machine that was. It was such a quick machine. But you look at them now, if you have a look on eBay, if you can find one, you know, they're going for 15 to 20,000 quid. That's a lot of money. And I bet they're not that good. Once you've, I bet they're not that good if you bought one. I bet they're not as good as what you remember. If you've got a Fiat Uno Turbo and you're watching this, let me know. I'd like to come and have a look. Might come on one of my bikes, but yeah, Fiat Uno Turbo was a class car. But are they worth that type of money now? Probably not. Probably not. In fact, I'll show you my Peugeot 205 GTI up on screen now. So that was a car that I bought to keep, actually. I bought it to keep. Did it up, restored it, full paint job, seats, new seat covers. It was, the material was called Biarritz that I sourced from a company in France. So I restored them because all the seat covers were absolutely knackered. And new seat foam. What else did I do to it? New brakes, brand new brakes. I did a full respray on the car as well. I mean, it was immaculate. I'll show you that now on screen. What a mint car. But the reality of owning it after a year, you just didn't use it. And it was a nice thing to look at. But for me, I wanted to drive it, and I found the car really small. I'm not the tallest. I'm 5'11". So I'm not super tall, but when I used to get in the car, my head used to touch the roof. So I put it on Marketplace. Guy from Lincolnshire came to look at it. I had it up at 17 grand. Didn't even bat me down. Didn't even try chipping me. He just said, his honest words were, he looked round the car and he said, I better have it then, hadn't I? And that was it. He gave me a couple of grand deposit. Said, I'm off to Turkey in 2 weeks. Hold on to it and I'll come and collect it in about 3 weeks. So packed it back up. And he came back 3 weeks later and picked up his 205 GTI. He said he's going to use it and drive it. So I'd rather it go to a home that's going to get used. Right, that's looking pretty good. I could spend some more time on that, but that's a job for another day. I'm just going to clean that the outlet with a little bit of hot water in the sink behind and a scouring pad, so I'll come back to you in a minute. There you go, a little bit of Scotch-Brite, and that's as good as new inside there now. Right, I'm happy with that. Like I said, I don't want to go too overboard with it. That's nice and clean. Hopefully the new foil Micron sticker will be here on Monday and I'll be able to stick it on. And the seller on eBay is basically got a batch of genuine Micron stickers that have been authenticated. So it's a genuine foil Micron sticker from the factory that he got out of storage. And I think I paid about, I think it was about £5, I think, about $7 for a tiny little foil sticker. But I'm quite excited that it's all authentic. But yeah, look at that. I even like just the little Micron sticker at the back. I think that embossed riveted logo looks class. But yeah, some of the Micron exhausts came with full riveted badges, and some, like this one here, came with just the foil sticker in the pack. So I was doing a bit of research and I thought, I'm sure they all had riveted badges on, but no, they didn't. They had stickers on as well. But yeah, Micron, 2 Micron vinyl stickers. What else came in here? Repair washer, M8 16mm bolts. Anyway, all that stuff's not in the box. We don't need any of that. We've got the hanger. In fact, we'll give the hanger a quick clean as well while we're here. I'll put that to one side. In fact, what I'll do is I'll give that a clean with me wet and dry. Not wet and dry. My little cloth. Right, that's the bracket nice and clean. And I think what we'll do now, before we take off the standard can, we've got to have a sound check, haven't we? We'll do a bit of a before and after. So let's fire up the blade and see what the standard exhaust sounds like. So let's fire up the 954 and let's see what the standard can sounds like. So as you can hear, I know it's difficult to hear exhaust notes on video, but it's really quiet. It is a very quiet exhaust. It's in fitting with the bike. I think it looks nice, but for me, I think the Fireblade just wants a little bit more grunt. Let's take the mic off, you can have a bit of a closer listen. I'm all choked out. So as you can hear, it sounds, it's horses for courses. People always comment on these videos and say, why are you messing about, or why do you mess about with exhausts? Everybody's different. I want to keep this Fireblade as original as possible. There's no secret there. I think if you look at the bike, you'll agree it looks absolutely stunning. It's a gorgeous, gorgeous original example. This exhaust here is not going to get sold or anything. It'll go on the shelf, it'll get polished up, put back in the shelf, and I'm going to have a ride of the blade throughout the spring and the summer with the 2002 Micron exhaust. Personally, I think the Micron is fitting to the Fireblade. It looks the part. It's period suited to the bike, and I just think it's a bit of a nod back to the history and past of cool, classic, iconic exhaust brands like Micron. Right, let's take off the standard can and we'll install the Micron. So installing this beauty, let's be honest, it's not rocket science. Plus it's always fun seeing how a mod can transform a bike. And this 2002 Micron exhaust is period correct, so it's just like stepping back in time to 2002 when this Honda Fireblade was back on the UK road. So this is the installation. This has to be one of the easiest installations for an exhaust. 3 bolts and a bolt here. I just wish all of the modern bikes had similar simplicities. Let's just hope the Micron fits properly. So that's it off in one easy easy manoeuvre. So we'll just place that there for now. That's it, and put the Micron exhaust on. It'll just slot on like that. So first we'll just take out the retaining bolts. Sure, I just had a washer fall on the floor there. We'll take that, there it is. We'll take that little gasket out because there's a gasket already installed in here. So that, let's have a look. Yeah, there's one already in there. So that'll fit there nicely like that. And this is what I'm saying, look how easy this is. 3 bolts and a gasket. 5-minute job. It's certainly not taking apart a gearbox like what I did with this Fireblade. And if any of you ever doubt yourself thinking, oh, you couldn't tackle something like a gearbox, give it a go. I thought the same, to be honest, and do you know what? It was a project that I took on, completed it. Obviously, if you don't know, in fact, I'll put a link in the description for my 954 video that I made about the gearbox. So I bought the 954 and about a month later, 4th gear gave up, which was good fun. Which was good fun. Well, it wasn't actually. And I got a quote off a mechanic in Hull and it was about 2,000 quid. So I thought, do you know what? I'm going to do it myself. Which I did. So I bought this Clark ramp, which was an investment, and a decent torque wrench. Plus the gearbox that I sourced. The whole job cost me about £1,100, so about $1,500. So when you consider I learnt a lot, and then obviously I've got some parts out of this that I've kept, like the ramp and the torque wrench. That was about £200. So happy days. Right, that's that on. Right, straight away, I can tell it looks fantastic. Is it all level at the back? Yeah, it is. So all we need to do now is put the bracket on and we'll fire it up and have a sound check. All right, get the bracket on. I'll just double check the bracket on my Africa Twin actually. That goes on the outer side, I think. Yeah. Same. Right. Make sure this bracket is level before you nip it up. And it's really cold in the garage today. As you can see on the breath, I had to open the garage door because I stunk it out with fumes when I did that sound check. Things I do for you guys. Right, that's it, we're on. Really simple job, and I think you'll agree it looks absolutely stunning. It doesn't look out of place at all. That thing is nice, but it's massive. It's just so big. And then if you can imagine when the Micron exhaust sticker comes on Monday, what it'll look like. I'll just see if I can temporarily stick that on. All these sticky's gone. So I used alcohol cleaner to get it off. But I think the new foil sticker will just finish it off. Well, that gives you a bit of an idea. Maybe not. Nah, this ain't going to work. All the sticky's gone. Is it going to stay? Oh, look at that. That looks class. That looks absolutely fantastic. Really, really happy with that. Right, let's have a sound check. So it's definitely a deeper tone. Not too obnoxious. Now that's what I'm talking about. It's got a deep tone, it's got a sharper edge, and it completely transforms the character of this bike. You can really feel the nostalgia in every single rev. So the best part about the Micron exhaust, it's not just about the sound, it's about connection. It makes this Fireblade feel even more raw, alive and engaging. It's almost like the perfect finishing touch to an already iconic machine like this beautiful CBR954. So there you have it guys, a piece of history right there, bolted onto one of the best sports bike of its era. Micron, they aren't around anymore, but the Micron legacy lives on in bikes like this. And let's face it guys, there's nothing quite like the look and sound of a Micron exhaust. So if you're as hyped as I am about the Micron exhaust, hit the like button and subscribe, and let me know your comments down below. Did you ever run a Micron exhaust? If you did, let me know in the comments which bike you had it installed on. So this has been Jim from Mid-Bike Crisis with this beautiful, iconic 2002 Micron exhaust on the 2002 CBR954. Hope you've enjoyed this little video, and I'll see you all on the next one. Thanks for watching.